Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing another Walking Dead discussion topic. This one's going to be my thoughts after the trailer hit, the Season 6 trailer. And I just want to give my quick thoughts on, basically, I think one of the major possible plots for Season 6. And basically, at the end of the trailer, and I'll leave a link down below to the trailer if you guys want to check it out. At the end of the trailer, we see Daryl, and he's with these three people, one man and these two women. And basically, I want to describe, I guess, or give my thoughts on who he's with or where he is. So yeah, because I think it's a very interesting thing. I'm still trying to do a few Walking Dead discussion topics. I want to do one on whether Carl will lose his eye in the season. Quick thoughts on that. I think he should. I'm also, that's the only other one I could really think of. There are a few more I could probably, character spotlights. I don't know, but I just want to do these two major ones. Whether Carl will eventually lose his eye, and this one where is Daryl. And also they also confirmed a flashback episode, a full flashback episode. So I'll do a separate discussion topic, giving my thoughts on that. So yeah, but this is only going to be for The Walking Dead season 6 discussion topic on where is Daryl, who's with Daryl towards the end of the trailer. Because let's be honest, it's pretty interesting to say the least. So we see Daryl with these three people, as I said before, a man and these two women. Now it has been not really confirmed, but it's been hinted at that towards the season, or we should theoretically by the end of the season, we should be seeing the next major community, which will be the Hilltop. And now, why is that important? Because here's what I've thought so far, and I think it makes sense. Also, off the wiki though, the Walking Dead wiki, we have I forget the character's name, but it's this unnamed, like they gave him a fake name, um, and it's just very interesting the way they describe him. Kind of, they said he's adventurous, he's more of an outdoorsman, and that got me thinking: is Daryl with Jesus, aka Paul Monroe? That's basically who I think he's with, and I think it will make a lot of sense because from the Hilltop, he is the first person that we see from the Hilltop. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he's the first person we see from the Hilltop. So yeah, now he doesn't really look like Paul Monroe from the comics. Paul Monroe, Jesus, he looks like Jesus, hence his nickname Jesus. He has long hair, this pretty cool beard. He's kind of a badass. He doesn't really use guns all that much, unlike this guy who does use a gun. So that's pretty interesting. Now, also the area where Daryl seems to be, it seems to be burnt. There's a lot of burnt trees, burnt down trees. It looks ashy, if that makes sense. It just seems burnt. Something, and then even when there's this one quick shot when they're walking by. Yeah, it looks burnt. There's even like dead, burnt corpses, zombie corpses, and I think it to be that really cool in my opinion. So yeah, so where is Daryl? I think he's out in the woods, or he was captured in the woods, the forest. Um, Probably this fire, because that would explain why it's burnt. Now who he's with? The two female with this guy, the two, because it's Daryl, the one guy, and then these two women. I can't really tell who they are. I can't really think of a good possible person of who they could possibly be. Some people say it could be Denise, Denise Cloyd. However, she's probably Alexandra's safe zone community, if I'm not mistaken, and she's more of a doctor, not an outdoors person. You also have this other, I'm assuming it's a girl, because she has like that pixie cut similar to Carol. It's a little bit longer, but it's like a pixie cut more or less. She looks like a girl. Again, can't really tell who that is. Yeah, but if I have to say who Daryl is possibly with, I'd have to say safe bet Paul Monroe. Now, this guy, I'm not saying he is Paul Monroe. I'm not saying he is. I'm not saying he's not. I'm just, that's my honest opinion. Now, these two, Daryl and this guy, this unknown person, he says, shut up or I will shoot you, and then Daryl says, I'm not who you think I am. Now, what does that mean? That could mean one of many things. That could mean that he's telling this guy that he's not weak. Daryl's telling this guy he's not weak. He's gonna fight for his life if he needs to. Just because you put up put a gun up to his face doesn't mean he's gonna give up. So that could be like that. I'm not the person you think I am. I'm not that weak. I'm actually gonna fight for what I want. Now, some people have also theorized that he may be confusing him for the saviors or the wolves, which that makes sense. I mean, that would make sense. I mean, if the wolves are just killing people left and right, and then turning them part of their zombie army, that would make sense. Now, if it were the saviors, that'd be a bit more interesting because the saviors were introduced right around the same time. The saviors were introduced right around the same time as the people from the kingdom. Now, the kingdom is still way way ahead. However, they could bring the saviors a bit more earlier, and that'd be very interesting. Now, it's also possible that these people are completely new because they do have to fill out the season, and maybe these people are just completely new, which would make sense. But just for my honest safe bet, I think this is probably Jesus, Paul Monroe, maybe a reimagining of him. That would make sense. The two female characters that are with him, I can't really tell who they could possibly be. Maybe Denise Cloyd, but highly doubt it. So yeah, overall, I'm really excited to see how this plays out in the TV series. Yeah, and what are your thoughts down below? Who do you think Daryl is with, and where do you think he is? I mean, it's a burnt wood, so it's the burnt part of the forest, burnt part of the woods, but around whatever, around what area, Alexandria, or the Hilltop, or somewhere in between. Where do you think he's at? Who do you think he's with? Comment on that down below. Again, I think he's probably with Paul Monroe. I don't think it's the wolves, because if it were the wolves, first off, he'd probably be dead by now. Surely he'd be dead by now. Also, he doesn't have a W in his head. The wolves, from what we've seen in the last episode, Conquer, they have W's engraved into their heads. So I don't think it's the wolves because of that reason. Highly doubt it be the wolves. So yeah, it could be Paul Monroe. However, he doesn't typically use guns. We even saw that in the comics in All Out War. He's good with guns, but he doesn't use the guns. He does more hand-to-hand combat. So I would highly doubt. He's kind of like Morgan, hand-to-hand combat. He uses anything to survival. I mean, same thing with Daryl, but whatever. So yeah, I don't think it's part of the wolves. Possibly Paul Monroe. Possibly just a new character we don't know about yet. I think that would make sense. That's basically it for now. Comment down below on your thoughts on who Daryl is with, where he is. Really would like to hear your guys' thoughts on it. Like the video, share on Facebook, Twitter, and MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. And aside from that, that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off.